the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So I'm making a U-turn, so don't mind me while I don't pay attention for a second, because I gotta make a U-turn. Wow, look at that. My car made a 180-degree turn. And look, there's the bus. Hello, bus. If I were taking the bus and going in the other direction, I'd be on you, but I'm not. I'm leaving eBay. Oh, of course. So this light right here at Graylands in Hamilton, if I were smart, I would have left the eBay parking lot here. But instead, I exited the other way and then had to make a U-turn at Bascom. And now I get stuck at this light while this woman crosses the street, which is her right. So I'm probably lost like 5 minutes doing that. And considering I have to go pick up my shirt from the dry cleaners, I really made a bad decision. But nothing is as exciting as talking about someone's dry cleaning. So let's think about other things. Yesterday was Game 2 of the National League Division Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Atlanta Braves. And it was 4-1 in the 8th inning, and Matt Cain had left, and here comes Sergio Romo, everyone's favorite gas can. He's never gotten a batter out in the postseason. And he's still never gotten a batter out in the postseason. He faces two batters and they both get on. So Bruce Bochy says, "Oh my God, it's time to panic. Let's bring in Brian Wilson." So Brian Wilson comes in, and there's an error, and then there's another hit. Or I don't know, Rick Ankiel hits a 3-run homer to tie the game at 4. So I guess that was the hit he gave up after he gets the first 2 out. I guess one of the 2 guys that got on by an error. I don't know. All I know is that Wilson's run was unearned, so something happened. Something happened. So then, more things happen, and then in the 10th inning, the Giants bunt for a base hit. Edgar Renteria. Good job, Edgar Renteria. And then the next batter says, "I'm going to bunt him over the second." So he gets ready to bunt him over the second, and Billy Wagner comes off the mound to field the bunt. And he picks up the ball, and he thinks about throwing to second, and then says, "Oh shit, I better throw the ball to first." He rushes the throw to first, and the batter's out. But wait. In Wagner's haste, he has hurt his waist, and now he is out, they say, until the World Series. We'll see. He might be out for the rest of his career just because he was thinking about retiring anyway. So now you've got a runner at second and 1 out, and it's 4-4 in the bottom of the 10th, and the Giants are the Giants, so they don't score. Oh yes. So then, and remember, this is Todd Wellemeyer. Oh. And let's go back to one other thing. So Wagner gets hurt throwing out the guy, so they have to bring in, not Todd Wellemeyer, I always get these guys mixed up, Todd Farnsworth. Todd Farnsworth comes into the game, and Farnsworth is one of those, he's like Sergio Romo. You know, he looks good in the regular season, and, you know, like I said, Romo's never gotten anybody out in the postseason, but I'm sure Farnsworth has. Very first pitch from Farnsworth hits Freddie Sanchez in the hand. Is he hurt? I don't know. Look it up on the internet. But you told me that's a coincidence right after that Billy Wagner has to leave the game because he gets hurt, and then the very first pitch he hits Freddie Sanchez on the thing that Billy Wagner needs the most, his hand. Actually, Billy Wagner's hand is fine. It's his side or something else that got hurt, although waste is funnier because it rhymes with haste, as you may recall 2 minutes ago in this episode. So Freddie Sanchez is at first, so now it's first and second anyway, the Giants don't score. So bottom of the 11th, top of the 11th, and yeah, Rick Ankiel hits one into the water. So yeah, Rick Ankiel didn't tie the game at 4 in the 8th inning. So I've totally fucked up this entire episode. And this entire time you're watching this going, that's not what happened. He totally screwed up the recap. I did. I readily admit it. It was 4-1, and then it was 4-2, and then there were 2 runners on, and then they both scored on a hit to tie it at 4. Brian Wilson gave up that 1 hit with 2 out, but it was an error. But before that, that's what happened, and that's why. Yeah, the guy got on by an error to put the tying run on base, and then Wilson gave up a hit to drive in the 3rd and 4th runs. 4-2. After the error helped make it 4-2. See, and just think, it's kind of a paradox, because it's like, why am I telling you what happened in the game if you've already seen it? And now you know I got it wrong, But if I'm saying I'm doing it to tell people, well, that doesn't make any sense either. Because if you didn't know that that's what happened, then you wouldn't have known that I said it wrong. So I basically corrected myself to a group of people that didn't know that I had said it wrong, when at the same time the people that knew I was wrong don't need to be hearing me talk about it anyway because they already knew it happened. Yes, that explains the high ratings for this show. Anyway, I'm a little upset because then Rick Ankiel hits one into the water. He hits it right between the Oscar Grant cruise ship and the Johannes Medley cruise ship. You think I'm kidding? Watch the recap. And then it makes it 5-4, and then that's your final because it's the Giants, so even though they got a runner on, it didn't matter. So anyway, all of that is another way of saying it was a slow news day. I really didn't do anything else, but I sure got a whole lot of keywords. This is a pretty useless episode unless you like to watch me say stupid things. But you don't need just today's episode to do that. You can get that from any of them. So, I don't know. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel at joelshitshow.com.